Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Threads and Tangents with me, Nathan, and Janaea, where it's not a dreary December. How are you today, Janaea?
It's a dreary October, though.
Well, yeah, it is a horrendous October.
Yeah.
Very horrendous October. It's really having great fun on us all.
Raining all the time.
I know, but how are you?
I'm fine. Just off work today. Back tomorrow.
Fun. Whereas I was at work today and will be back at work again tomorrow.
Well, I worked on Sunday, so
Oh, wow.
I win.
Yeah, you do win. You do win. Well, to let the viewers in on a little secret, we were meant to record this last week. On Friday, we were meant to record this whilst drinking. How'd that
But we
go?
were tired. We were too tired.
We were too tired and we just went straight to sleep pretty much. We ate dinner and just vegged out on the sofa.
Yeah. No,
Uh,
I was not in the right headspace to get drunk. I just needed to go to sleep. The alcohol was just making me tired.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're recording it now. Hey,
Yeah.
at least you're still getting an episode. But yes, so last week's we got some interesting comments and feedback from last week's ones. Some people agree with us, some people disagree with us. That's the joys of these. Am I the arsehole, really? It's the
Mm-hmm.
joys of them. Um, so shall we dive straight in?
Go for it.
Okay. Let you go first this
Did
week
I go
again.
first last time?
You did, but I'm gonna let you go again.
Okay, so my story is from the Best of Redditor updates,
Ooh,
and the title is My brother-in-law just told me that he is in love with my wife.
okay. Instantly, for some reason, my mind went with why is he in love with his sister? And then I realized, no, hold on, it can
Brother-in-law.
brother-in-law. Yeah, no, okay, interesting.
Yeah, but actually it says like he told my wife that he's in love with her. So he didn't tell him, he told his wife. Um, so
Ooh,
yeah, that sounds fun. Are you ready?
I'm ready to give my honest opinion.
Okay, so this does have trigger warnings for uh obsessive behavior and verbal abuse. So be warned.
Okay, okay, interesting.
Okay, so I don't know. It bothers me that the first word it starts with anyway.
Anyway,
Anyway, anyway. Yesterday, my brother-in-law, out of the blue, asked my wife if he can meet her for lunch. There is something, there is something he needs to talk about. My wife tells me about it before accepting and asks if it might have something to do with my sister. Maybe they are having problems and he wants to talk to another woman, find out what's going on. I find it a bit odd, but I tell her to go for it. I feel like there's something missing. It feels like it started in the middle, but I'm sure it hasn't. Um, so she accepts and they meet for lunch at a place near her office the next day. That's where he tells her that he's in love with her. He lays it on thick how beautiful she is, how she makes him feel, how he would treat her if she were his, how how it was love at first sight, blah blah blah. Mind you, this man is married to my sister and has 2 kids.
this feels like it really does feel like it's just smack bang in the middle, doesn't it?
Yes, I guess there's not much really need to know other than the fact that this is his brother-in-law.
Okay.
All the background we need. He and my wife have a friendly relationship. Our families see each other often and we are close. He does text her frequently, but there was nothing overly sexual. So maybe underly sexual.
But is there anything sexual? Like,
Not overly sexual,
not
okay?
overly,
Not
not
overly.
overly.
Didn't cross that line.
Clothes are still on.
My brother-in-law texts and calls my mum too, so none of us thought anything of it.
But he texts his mum overly sexually.
Underly sexual.
No. His mum over sexually, his wife under sexually.
Right, gotcha. Yep.
Yeah.
That's fine. I want to stop a moment and emphasize that my wife isn't cheating on me with him. Okay. Who are you trying to convince?
Who you trying to convince? Yeah. Who you telling, buddy? Who you telling?
My wife and I share an iPad, and I see every one of her texts on there. Okay.
I mean, that's fair. iPads are weird like that. I mean, everything is on. Yeah, fair.
We are also looking at each other's phones all the time, so none of that is going on. Okay.
Okay. It feels just a weird way of.
Yeah, are they
saying
checking
it,
up on each other?
Yeah, you don't need to really mention that, mate.
Yeah, that feels odd. Always on each other's phones. We don't even use our own. We just use each other.
We take other people pretending to be the other person all the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So she doesn't let him finish, walks out, calls me immediately and tells me what happened. While she was on the phone with me, the texts start from him. He didn't mean it. He thinks it's only infatuation, blah, blah, blah. She leaves work early to come home. He's just kidding. He's only joking.
It's a joke, bro. Your mum's dead.
What?
It's like putting it into context, like, it's a joke, bro.
Yeah, it's just, I'm only kidding. I just wanted to see a reaction. I wanted to see if
You've been punked.
Yeah. I didn't mean it. God, you're like my sister. Basically, in-law.
Didn't buy her flowers and propose or anything. Yeah, just didn't mean it.
Josh in.
Josh in. Just Josh in.
She leaves work early and comes home to talk to me about this, and her phone starts blowing up the entire time with calls and texts from him. I tell her to answer, and she puts it on speaker so I can hear. He's crying not to tell my sister. Apparently, when we were together this past weekend, he thought that she was flirting with him, and that he thought there was a moment when they were alone in the kitchen. Okay. Now my wife is in a major ballbuster. No, she's not in a. Now my wife is a major ballbuster, and I suppose I can see how that can be taken as flirting. Okay.
Huh?
Being a ballbuster is flirting. So like, is she pulling his pigtails?
Right.
Oh well. Context. He said if he asked if she'd told me, to which I answered yes on the speakerphone.
Yes, buddy.
Ouch, that's funny. Then he starts begging me. This went on for a while. My main question was whether he had cheated on my sister before. He said no, swore on his kids' lives. It's just my wife. He said I should understand. I understand, bro. She's my wife.
Yeah. I'm madly in love with your wife. You should understand me, bro.
Yeah, I get it. She's hot.
Yeah,
But she's my wife.
Yes, my wife. Anyway,
she's my wife now.
Oh,
God. So I'm done listening at this point, and I told him I wasn't going to do anything tonight, and that
but in the morning,
but I would call him tomorrow. Let's just go to bed. Like, I'm done with this. Boring.
Yeah.
That's where we are right now. Okay. And I really don't know what to do. My wife says drive over there right now and tell my sister, but the idea of wrecking my sister's family is killing me. Thinking about what I will do to my nieces, making me thinking about what it would do to my nieces is making me want to vomit.
But he didn't do anything.
But I mean, it's gonna blow up their family, isn't it? Like,
he blew up the family.
Well, no, he's not feeling sick because he thinks he's gonna ruin. It's just he knows his sister's life's gonna be destroyed. Like, unless she forgives him and is like, you know what, it's fine that you told my sister-in-law that you're in love with her. It's fine. Let's just stay together. Like, logically, they're going to get a divorce. So he's more thinking about, like, oh, my sister's marriage is finished. Like,
Okay.
that's what's making him feel sick.
Okay.
Yeah, because this is like this person is like after his wife and screwing over his sister. Like, that sucks.
Yeah, he's stuck in a rock and a hard place.
Well, he's not. He needs to tell her. End of story. Like,
Well,
it's gonna
yeah.
suck.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna, 100%.
I know the right thing to do is to tell my sister, but I'm also thinking about my wife as well. It's not her fault, but there is sure to be some resentment towards her from my family. Even if my sister doesn't divorce him and they reconcile, I can't see how we are ever together again like we were before, if at all. This whole episode can tear my family apart. I don't give a damn about him. He tried to destroy my family, but I do care about everyone else. I don't know what to do. Any advice will help. Yeah, so even if his sister forgives him, like, family events going to be awkward, aren't they?
Wow.
Like, oh, look, it's the woman you're in love with. Great. Cool.
Yeah. Cool story, bro.
So, update.
Oh, update.
Well, this is from Best of Redditor updates, so
Okay.
one would hope there is an
Yeah,
update.
there's fair. Yeah.
So everyone that told me last night that I couldn't wait and tell my sister right now, a little after 12 last night, I get a call from my sister, and that says she wants to tell me that blah blah blah. Can't speak. A little after 12 last night, I get a call from my sister, and she says that she has to tell me that my wife tried to begin an affair with her husband. He got in there first. No, she got on me. He tried to put it on her.
She did.
Yeah, she's in love with me. I told her that's not the case and that I'll be right over. So I get on the phone, wake my mother and father, tell them what's going on, wake my younger brother and tell him. Geez, the whole family is getting involved. My family meeting.
The family affair. Get it?
My mum
Family
and dad
affair.
head to my mum and dad head to my sister's to sit with her kids, and my brother comes to our house to sit with ours. Okay, that makes sense. Whilst me and my wife head over. Okay, fair enough. Don't leave the kids on their own. My sister is out on the front porch with my brother-in-law. When we get there, he looks beaten. Okay, did she beat him?
What did she do?
I think they mean metaphorically.
Oh, Christ.
He's beaten black and blue. He's bleeding everywhere.
Yeah, my sister has killed him.
He looks beaten. He knows we have texts and voicemails. I really don't know what he was hoping to accomplish. My wife gives my sister her phone. She sees the text, listens to the voicemail, and he starts sobbing before she can say anything. My brother-in-law is a firefighter, a big tough guy, so this is a scene. Aww. Big
What
tough
are you
firefighter.
saying? He did it himself.
So my sister is pretty tough. She tells him to stop it, pack a bag and go. She can't stand to look at him. There's more begging, but she has no patience for it. Good for her.
Good on her.
So my sister walks off to talk to my wife. I see them hugging, so at least I feel like they're okay. They have actually been friends since college. I met my wife through my sister.
Oh, okay.
So they are tight. Okay. The thought of this wreck. My wife.
My wife.
I can't. Yeah, every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've lost my place. The thought of this wrecking her friendship has been weighing on me. This leaves me and my brother-in-law. He's broken, so I feel more sympathy than anger. He says he's sorry. He just couldn't help it. It was not my fault.
I just love your wife.
It's not hard to fall in love with my wife, so I get that it. I get it, but damn, man. So easy to fall in love with my wife.
Yeah, I fell in love with my wife. I expect other people to fall in love with
Yeah,
my wife.
everyone does. She walks into a room, everyone's in love with her.
Exactly. My own father tried to have an affair with my wife. Yeah, just love. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why he went to the sister's house.
Exactly.
Ew.
My brother loves my wife. Anyway.
God. He eventually picks himself up and leaves. Oh, I don't know why I keep saying "aw."
You guy's an asshole.
Yeah, sorry. So we're there all night. My sister starts asking my wife why her husband would think any of this would work out. He had to have some reason to believe that she felt the same way. My sister says they haven't been having any problems. Everything was as it has always been. So it's not like they've been fighting. My wife is crying at this point. I always find it weird when it's in present tense. It's like his wife's sitting there sobbing, and
He's
he's just like,
out on Reddit.
So my wife is currently crying, and my sister.
Yeah. Should I console my wife or not as I carry on writing
Tell
this
me,
Reddit
Reddit.
post? Yeah.
Should I hug my wife? Yeah.
Yes. I'm the asshole for not hugging my wife.
Who does this? Oh, lots of people. My wife is crying at this point and says there's nothing you haven't seen. She gives my sister her phone again, and they read every text he's ever sent over the past 2 years. Damn. There's nothing there. I guess if they don't text very often, that shouldn't be too many texts.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Especially if they're underly sexual.
Yes, very boring read. My wife was just herself. She has a playful personality, and so does my brother-in-law. So they tease each other. She does the same to my mom, and my younger brother as well.
Oh, she is underly sexual.
The only thing she could think it was the moment in the kitchen this past weekend he referenced. They both went for the fridge at the same time, and they playfully jolted to see who would get there first. He let her win, but he reached around her waist to get a beer slowly, and she did feel that the way he did it was a bit inappropriate. Yeah, and that's
He
that
felt
could be it.
he felt it's a bit his bulge.
She's just leaning around.
Yeah.
She said she should have called him out on it, but didn't want to make it a big thing. She feels maybe the fact that she didn't gave him hope. My sister doesn't blame her for that, so at least that's a good thing.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, she's not like, you stole my husband.
Yeah, you bitch.
So then my sister starts going through his MacBook to see what else she doesn't know about. She's angry and frantic at this point. Still present tense. She's angry and frantic at this point. What's happening?
The live commentary update. We're live on TikTok.
God. She guesses the password. Oh, that's a good password then. She starts.
I love my brother-in-law's wife. It's the password.
Oh God. It's like her date of birth or something. She guesses the password, starts searching, and finds a lot of pictures of my wife on that computer. They went back. They went back years and always isolated on just her. We had gone as couples to the Caribbean a few years earlier. My wife wore a bikini. She usually doesn't. Stop it.
You're the one that did it that time.
Did it? I read your mind. She usually doesn't, but since it was an adults only trip, she did. Fine. Lots of people wear bikinis. There were probably 50 photos of her in a bathing suit. So he has been secretly snapping these for years.
Oh, that's weird.
Does this now enter restraining order territory?
Yes.
This has taken a creepy turn. I'll update when I have more.
We're live over on TikTok with Bradley. Bradley's just found out his wife has been in love. His wife is the idea of his brother-in-law.
Did that make sense?
No, that didn't. Tangent. Tangent.
That was just words. So
that's weird.
there is another update.
Oh God.
Best of Redditor updates. Okay. I shared with my wife when many of your comments. It makes her feel better that virtually everyone on here holds her blameless. It makes her feel better, so thank you. Well, she is blameless. What did she do?
She was being paparazzied.
Yeah, like how dare you wear a bathing suit? Disgusting. Unfortunately, the mess continues. My sister agreed to talk to her husband last night and let him explain. She puts my wife on FaceTime during the conversation so there would be no lying. I'm listening in on it as well with my camera off. This feels really weird. My sister is also recording the whole thing.
Feels like PR at this point, right?
Yeah, it is a bit, isn't it? My sister is also recording the whole thing. He admits he's been obsessed with my wife for years. It started the day he met her. Ooh,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Love at first sight, went for the wrong woman. My wife and I were dating at the time hang on. My wife and I were dating at the time, but he met my wife before he met me. Okay. Like I said, my wife and my sister were longtime friends, and my sister wanted to introduce her boyfriend to her friends. He
Fair
thought it
comment.
was only physical for a while, but over time he knew it was more. So he saw her and was like, damn.
Wow. Wow.
God. My sister nearly kicked him out right then and there, but listened to a little more, and she eventually asked him what made him think my wife would leave me for him. He answered that there is obviously mutual attraction, and he figured it would begin as an affair, and then things would progress from there. Okay, that's nice. Just wanted an affair.
Wow, bro.
Look, I was just trying to start an affair, right? That's it. Nothing
Yeah,
else.
I was just in love with your friend, who is also your brother's wife.
Your sister-in-law.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
But they met when they were all just dating, so they've all got married since this has all started.
Yeah. Oh
Um,
God.
my wife and sister, my wifer, my wifer. I don't know what's happening right now. My wife and my sister explode at this point. A lot of cussing, a lot of screaming. Phone call is over. My wife hangs up because at this point she is concerned for me. She's shaken and distraught, assured me that the attraction was one-sided. I never thought it wasn't. Even if she did find him physically attractive, I know she would never act on it. She's just not that type. Early on in our relationship, she caught me admiring her in the dressing room. What? No, as she was dressing in the dress. I'm confused. I'm trying to skip ahead. Early on in our relationship, she caught me admiring her as she was dressing, asked me if she liked what I saw, and then her face turned cold, and she said to me, "Never mess up, or you'll never see this again." Okay, she meant it. She was serious
yeah,
about this.
fair. Yeah,
Yeah,
fair. That's fair. Yeah, fair comment to make.
yeah. This woman has got, yeah. What did he call her? A bullbuster.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Anyways, I knew my brother-in-law was a little cocky, but my God, I never knew he thought so highly of himself to be able to pull off something like this. I talked to my sister later on, and she is contacting a lawyer Monday to see what steps she can take to limit his exposure to her kids. Her kids. Their kids?
Ooh.
Yeah. Ooh, they're my kids now. As far as she is concerned, he is detached from reality. That's all I have for now. I'll update you once the dust settles a bit. And I think there is the final little update. This is likely to be my final update, as I don't see much happening after this besides divorce proceedings. Thank you for all the comments. You have helped my wife with some of her guilt. Anyways, my brother-in-law returned home yesterday, not because my sister wanted him back, but because they legally can't stop him. They are done. I think he realizes that now. The lawyer tells my sister that since my brother-in-law behavior is over the past few days has been documented, that there is a good chance that she will be granted full custody.
Fair.
What are you doing? See you
Fair.
got it right now. He doesn't seem to even want to fight her on that. My sister will be fine. Any love she had for him is gone, and she doesn't seem to be broken up about it. No, I'm sure it'll hit her at some point.
Yeah,
Um,
gonna hit her. It's
yeah.
gonna hit her.
The kids don't know what's happened yet, but my brother-in-law is never around much anyways when the kids are home. He slept at the fire station many nights, and put in a lot of overtime. But it is certainly going to be hard on them once they know what's going on.
Yeah.
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 Many commenters have said that there must be more women, but as far as we can tell, there hasn't been. It's really just an obsession with my wife. She has blocked his phone number, but at the same what? She has blocked his phone, but on the same night he returned home, he sent my wife an email from an account he just made. Ooh, that's weird. It started with an apology, but then it took a turn.
Saying I love Julie. It's I love Julie at gmail.com.
Is she called Julie now?
Yeah.
It started with an apology, but then it took a turn. He said he never got to finish at the restaurant that day.
Oh,
Oh God.
oh God.
I hope not in public.
Oh.
Then he went for a paragraph. Then he went for paragraphs and paragraphs about all of the things he loves about my wife and the desperation he felt that led him to do what he did. He mentioned their mutual attraction again and the sexual tension that he always felt between them, and ended with a rather large section about me. Let's just say I didn't know he had such a low opinion of me. He was quite certain that I was not satisfying my wife properly. How would he know that? Well, he's a stalker. He's probably been watching.
I was gonna say it's probably voyage.
Voyeur.
Voyage.
Starship Enterprise.
Voyage. Aye, aye, Captain.
Anyways, we sent the email to my sister and it will go to the lawyer. It might be enough to get him removed from the house.
It might be enough to get him permanently restraining ordered. Jesus Christ.
After all this, like, she literally ran to her husband and was like, husband, this is what's happened, and he still thought this was going to work. Like,
yeah,
if she wanted an affair, she probably wouldn't have told everyone about it.
yeah.
Finally, my wife isn't great, but she's doing better these days. She does blame herself for being too comfortable around my brother-in-law. She is always careful to set boundaries with other men. In case you haven't figured this out already, my wife is pretty stunning and gets a lot of male attention. But with my brother-in-law, she felt safe to be herself since he was family.
Yes.
Surely no
Fair
lines
enough.
would be crossed.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Like my brother.
Wow. Well,
she and my sister are cool, and there doesn't appear to be any resentment, so that makes me happy. We will all be okay. It's just going to take time. Thank you for all who commented and voiced their opinions.
fair enough. Update. My father loves my wife. No.
I'm making her wear a paper bag on her
Yeah.
head from now on.
Well,
She is too pretty.
to put it this way, that guy is well and truly an a-hole.
Yeah, he's crazy. Like, he shot his shot, it failed, and then his life blew up, and then he went,
and then doubled down as
let's
well.
try this again.
He tried to double down. Yeah. Well, she said no. Oh well, I'll send her an email telling her how much I love her still. Her husband hates her, and I want to be with her. Oh wait, she's still saying no. I'm gonna tell my wife she came on to me. Like, buddy.
He tried that first and then sent the email afterwards.
No, it sounds like he sent the email when he got home and then told his wife after he then spoke.
Because that was in the update, though.
That was, but to me, see, because he said when he got home, sent her an email from an account that he. So I think that's what he did. Tried to double down. Tried to double down.
No, I think it was afterwards because it says. No, I think it was after.
Oh well, regardless, he's tried to double down.
Yeah.
Wow. Certified a-hole.
Yeah. No, because he then was like trying to, because they blah, blah, blah. No, because he did it, then it blew up, and then because it was that night, wasn't it? Like she went home and was like, oh, he did this is weird, and he went, okay, we'll speak to my sister tomorrow. And then that night she was like, your wife hit on my husband. So that happened pretty quickly, and then it all blew up and he was like, oh yeah, I'm in love with her, I've been in love with her for like years. And then she blocked him. She was like, oh, this guy's crazy, because she wasn't going to block him to start with, because he was ringing her and stuff, wasn't he?
Yeah, good point. Weirdo.
But anyway,
Well,
yeah,
as it says up, which side is it? This side? Wherever side it is. 100% a-hole.
yeah, but like, yeah, he is. Obviously, OP isn't.
Yeah.
I don't even think this is the am I the a-hole. This is just a.
He is an asshole.
This happened. This
the
happened.
brother-in-law is an asshole. Wow.
Does it say what it was originally from? The original, because it's a best of Register updates, so it's like taken from. It's probably like tore off my chest or something.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
well,
crazy.
Mental. Well, should we have a little
originally
listen
posted on r/marriage. There you
go. Okay.
So, like, this is my marriage.
Yeah, it's going to shit. Okay, ready for mine?
Turn.
Okay. Am I the a-hole for telling my friend I don't want to take the same flights as her for my honeymoon?
Nah.
Nah. Okay.
Honeymoon.
I'm female 30, getting married very soon, and planning to go to Barcelona for my honeymoon, which I thought I had told my best friend, 30 female. A few days ago, my friend told me that she is planning a trip to Barcelona the day after my wedding, which I was initially taken aback since I thought she had planned this knowing that I was going. My friend has joked before about tagging along to my honeymoon, and I feel can be clingy at times, which has been noted and commented on by other friends. She made it clear that she didn't know about my plans, but that she will go ahead with hers. I would prefer if this wasn't the case, but I can't stop her from going to a part of the world. From previous encounters, I anticipate that she will want to spend some time with us whilst we are there, and can foresee her feeling offended if we don't. We're on honeymoon. Here's my best friend. I suggested to my friend that if we are all going to at the same time, that my husband and I book different flights, and expressed that I would not feel comfortable being on the exact same flight. So friends just there getting pissed in the corner, and they're just there like, yeah, we want to go on that anyway.
Well, they get the 3-seat, and she sits in the middle. Hi guys.
Hi guys, let's have a honeymoon. After our conversation, I get a phone call from my other friend asking me what I've done to make my best friend upset. She was upset by the comment that I made about feeling uncomfortable with taking the same flight, and can't understand what about that makes me uncomfortable. Hiya, buddy, come here.
Yeah.
She said that I made her feel as though she's done something wrong, hence why I'm avoiding being in the same aeroplane as her. This was really surprising to me, and now my best friend doesn't want to speak to me, and my second friend is seemingly on my best friend's side and says I should apologize. I feel so confused. I feel as though I'm justified in wanting to take separate flights. I don't want to dismiss my friend's feelings, but I'm struggling to understand her reaction.
I mean, I get both sides of this story, because like it wasn't intentional. But like, to be like, I don't want to be the same plane as you. Like, the chances of them sitting together are probably pretty slim.
You know full well she'd try and find out which flight seat she's on and make her sit in the middle.
Well, I don't think she would. It would be funny if she did, but I don't think she would. I understand, like, being a clingy friend on your honeymoon is a bit weird.
Yeah.
I think if that was me and I'd accidentally booked a flight, the same flight to the same place as my friends in the honeymoon, I'd be like, Like, guys, I love you, but I'm gonna act like you don't exist for this holiday because, like, this is a
But it's
you holiday.
but it sounds very much like her friend is very much like, yeah, but I'm going to join you.
Yeah. She sounds clingy as hell. She's like, oh, happy coincidence, guy.
I wouldn't say. I'm going to throw it out there. I don't think she's the a-hole.
I don't know. I think it's
Maybe she could have gone about it very differently.
yeah. She's
Obviously,
not an
she might have.
a-hole.
She might
But
have. She might have gone into a bit more detail explaining that, this is our honeymoon, etc. But we don't know. But from what she's told us,
yeah, see,
yeah.
I think she's a little bit of the a-hole because it's like you can make it clear and be like, look, this is our honeymoon. Like, we're not gonna be spending time with you. You booked this without knowing we were gonna be there, so carry on as if we're not there. But to
Mm.
be like, I don't even want to be on the same plane as you is quite weird. That bit is odd.
I'm fed up with these motherfucking best friends on this motherfucking thing.
Because it's
Plane.
not like they're gonna be all doing anything. I doubt they're gonna join the Mile High Club. So it's like I don't think they're really doing anything on the plane other than just sitting there and reading or watching something on TV or something like that.
Mm.
So to be like, no, you can't be on the plane. No, we can't possibly sit on the same tin can as you. Like, that's a bit weird.
Well, I'm gonna read what the highest rated comment is.
Go for it.
So this is an interesting one. The top comment reads, she's manipulating you by weaponizing her emotions, and I would bet that she's done this for your entire relationship. What you said to her was entirely reasonable. It's your honeymoon. Of course, you want some private time with your new spouse. It's not even about your friend, but she is making it all about her. Just remember that you can't control her responses to your boundaries, but you can control what happens when she crosses them and how you interact with her while she set these boundaries. You're not the asshole for what you said, and you said that if you wind up in the same place, she will wind up attaching herself to you and your new spouse for at least a part of your trip based on past experiences. This girl sounds frankly obsessed with you, and it's probably time to have a frank conversation with her about it. I can understand if you want to wait until after the wedding, but I would certainly rebook things, if not the flight, the entire trip, so that you can avoid her crashing your honeymoon. After that, I would consider cutting her off. This is majorly manipulative behavior on her part. I wouldn't want that shit in my life. And do you know what? I agree.
Yeah, that's fair. I was thinking like go somewhere else, like just cut it all off completely. But depends if they've booked it already. Like
Yeah, I get that. I get that.
they've paid for hotels and things like that. A lot
Yeah,
of them don't give you refunds.
but I think, yeah, her friends being very manipulative
Mm.
around her feelings and making her feel bad because she's going on the same. It just, yeah. Obviously, we don't know the full conversation they've had, but
Hmm.
I think, yeah, I don't think she's the a-hole.
No, I
Not the a-hole.
this side then this side.
It's up, down, left, right,
Not
in the
the
middle.
a-hole.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know.
Yeah,
I would need more context for that because
yeah, yeah. But I'm convinced she's not the a-hole. From what she said, I don't think she's the a-hole. I
okay.
mean, to go and have this kind of holiday, yeah, I don't know. Don't know.
See, I just think like obviously I'm not clingy and things like that, so like it would be slightly different. But if it happened to me and I'd be like,
Oh,
oh my god,
oh,
we're going to
there's an update.
okay, cut me off. You can
Sorry,
let me
sorry.
finish.
This is a big one. This one might make you change mind. Hi,
Okay, so
thanks.
I'm not allowed to finish then. Okay,
Hold on, because this may make you change your mind. Hi,
off you go.
thanks for your reply. Nothing is booked at the moment. She said she found flights that she's gonna book, and I suggested I will book her a different flight. It would have been unreasonable to ask her to get another flight. So She's not even her. So she booked her honeymoon.
Mm.
Her friend hasn't even booked anything, has then found out the details, and then is purposely booking that.
But she said she didn't know the details.
But she also said, uh, getting married very soon. I'm planning to go to Barcelona for my honeymoon, which I thought I had told my best friend. You would tell your best friend where you're going on honeymoon.
Yeah, you're gunning for this woman. I'm
gunning.
I like to see the nice side of people, and I
Nope.
like to hope that she's not being crazy.
Doing this on purpose.
Oh, I'd like to think she's not, but she could. I guess like I'm just looking at it from my point of view because that's weird. Like, why would you want to be the third wheel at someone's honeymoon? Like, that's just creepy.
Yeah,
But
she
could be.
And the reason she wants to go is for an impromptu vacation. She could have an impromptu vacation at any time.
Yeah, I guess if it's nothing's
Day
booked yet,
after.
if nothing's booked, she should be like, oh, that's where you're going for your honeymoon. Ugh, okay, I'll go somewhere else. It's weird.
Yeah, I'll leave it a week. You enjoy your honeymoon, or not?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. I'll book the same flights as you, the same day after as you, and we'll all spend some time in Barcelona, won't we? Won't we? Yeah, no.
Let's just hold hands and skip around Barcelona together.
Yeah,
I'll be in the middle.
I'll sit in the middle, put my arms around the two of you on the flight. It'll be great. Yeah, she's psycho, and she's definitely. Opie is not the a-hole. Her friend is.
Yeah, she's weird.
It's very weird.
That's
very,
odd.
very weird.
Why would you want to be that? I don't get. My brain can't get my head around why you would want to be on someone's honeymoon. I couldn't think of anything less that I'd want to do. Like, it's already awkward enough being a third wheel in general. Like going to the pub as a third wheel is awkward, but like a honeymoon, I think I'd rather gouge my eye out with a rusty spoon than
She
spend someone's
definitely.
honeymoon with them.
One of my other favourite comments on here. Opie needs to get Netflix and watch Baby Reindeer.
Yes, she does.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
God,
she's not the
yes.
a-hole. This is our first one. Actually, they're not the a-hole. Smack
Is
bang it. Yeah, we've got one that was, we've got no, she wasn't the a-hole.
How do you remember? I do not remember anything to do with the last video.
No,
Like,
I do.
I'm not gonna keep this tally in my head. I don't
Luckily,
even.
I will. Luckily, I will. Don't worry.
There's too much in my head to remember things like that. If there's
Yeah.
video evidence of it, I don't need to remember it.
There you
My
go.
brain's like,
Fair enough.
we can watch that back.
Well, that
Oh,
was another
so
episode
good.
of Threads and Tangents.
Yes. So do.
Episode 2. Right, but please leave us comments and or send us links to your favorite Reddit stories because we want to hear other people's. We want people's opinions. So write your comments or say something like on. I know I say Twitter, but we don't use it because Twitter's full of arseholes.
X.
Sorry, X. X.
Your ex is an asshole. I just can't. We're not friends with the ex.
No, but we're on Instagram.
You meant
And
to say
Facebook.
Twitter.
Yeah, I was about to say Twitter.
But we're on Twitter.
We're on Twitter. Anyway, but thank you very much. I've been Nathan.
And I'm still Janea.
This is Dylan. And we will catch you all next time. Bye.